It is difficult, and that's one of the benefits of having a prenuptial agreement. You're having those hard conversations before you get married, which is
Mhm.
really important, right? You'd like to think that before people get married, they're discussing whether they want children. They're discussing how they want to spend their money. They're discussing what type of life they plan to have together. But as we know, there is no requirement before you get married other than licensing
Mhm.
and the solemnization requirements. So those conversations are not always had, but if you're having a prenuptial agreement prepared, your attorney is going to be talking to you about what you think you may want as far as alimony, what we call spousal support in New Jersey, maintenance, it's called in New York, as far as that spousal support goes in the future. We're talking about whether you want to be reimbursed for separate property contributions made to a marital asset. And to be clear, separate property, there's a broader definition, there's a much more intricate definition, but the most broad definition I can provide is that separate property is any asset owned by either party prior to the date of their marriage, or that is gifted or inherited by them either prior or during the course of their marriage. When you're living in a happy, intact family, if you have a savings account of $100,000 before you get married, you may be okay putting that $100,000 into a house. If you, God forbid, one of your parents pass away during the course of your marriage and you inherit $50,000 or five or whatever, 50 million in some prenups that I've worked on, you may be okay setting up your family with that money. But emotions change when you get divorced. Are you going to want to see that money back? Do your parents have other desires for you in terms of how their inheritance is spent by you? Do they want to make sure that you retain their money versus the couple? Or do they not care and they want your fiance to feel that they love them so much that they're fine if you don't get any of the money back? Or frankly, you're so wealthy that you don't need to ever get any of the money back. Those are conversations to be had now. And those conversations can say a lot about a person and about plans and whether the people are like-minded in their thoughts. And it's better to work through them before you're married than to be going through a divorce and pay someone like me to work through them and realize that you had completely different ideologies from the get-go.